force calculation, was that clear to all of you that what we did here, the calculation of this problem is clear? Do you have any doubt in this? Huh?
No, sir.
This problem is fine, right? We did everything. We have calculated vertical force. We have calculated horizontal force. We have calculated its point of the action by taking the movement balance about this point O. And then we have calculated this point of the action of this vertical force also. Then once we have calculated all the force and the distances, then we have taken the movement balance of all forces. Means you have one force here Fa, other force Fh, other force Fb, and these are points. You have calculated the movement about any point. So you can take on the surface, you have taken about point O, and then you did the balance. Clockwise movement is to be considered as the negative, and anti-clockwise is considered as a positive only. So you have calculated this much force to support this particular gate, right? Suppose you want to means you want to support the gate by providing this force, let's say in different direction here. ये FA का डायरेक्शन आपने चेंज कर दिया, सपोज ये आपने ऐसे कर दिया. FA का डायरेक्शन मतलब पहले आपका ये था, अब नाउ यू वांट टू होल्ड इट दैट पे. ये ऐसा भी देखा होगा सम टाइम अब आपने, you are putting a chain somewhere and here you are putting a pillar. उस पिलर में आप टाइट कर देते हैं कभी कभी. Have you seen this thing somewhere? Okay, you have some container there and there you have a rod there or pillar. उस पिलर में आपने ये चैन लगा दिया, वो चैन से टाइट कर दिया. Have you seen that thing? It happens somewhere. So जब whenever you get a time to take out the flow up, you just lose the chain and this gate opens to this side. So I mean to say that this particular surface can be supported by very so many means just to support it. One way that you have the applied force this way. So practically, if you want from practical consideration here, how would you provide the force on top side? You cannot provide, can you? To solve the problem is fine, but can you provide the force on the top? Just like a roof, you have a roof of your building. Somehow can you provide the force on top from the air somewhere? Give some answer for that. Think practical considerations. Problem solving in one part, we solve the problem. Is it possible to provide the force on this way?
Sir, I
Hello,
think
can
no.
you hear them? You
No, sir, it
cannot,
is
right?
not difficult.
You cannot know. Practically, it's not feasible, right? So this way is feasible that the sometime if you can fit a pillar here, ये आपने this one ये this pillar आपने जो लगा दिया, and now it's feasible here कि pillar में आपने somehow आपने एक let's say you have put a pillar here and pillar में आपने यहाँ पे chain लेके you can tighten the chain. This is possible, correct? That's one way. Uh, Other way is possible. You can also put this pillar here and somehow you can put this force from this side. ये possible है. We are talking about practical consideration point of view. So this is possible that you can put a pillar here and यहाँ से आप you can tie it from either a chain or a rod, right? That could also be possible. But magnitude of force would be different. This force you have calculated that way. Now, if you are calculating force of this side, then how much would be the force here? You have to again take the moment. These would be same. Only thing now, this force Fa is this side, and this is acting at this distance, this much, right? Yes or no? Hello, hello.
Yes.
So this is acting at this distance far away. So how would you calculate this distance? Somehow you should know this value here. So this value you have to calculate actually. So you know this D, or somehow you have to measure it and calculate it here. So as you will put more and more far away, you will need lesser and the lesser force. As you will go closer here, you need more and more force, right? Correct or not? Because the movement would increase. Hello? Do you want to say something? So if you want to apply same force here, your force magnitude would increase because your movement of this external force provided is now decreased because the force is this, only thing the distance has bent down. So total product force into the distance has been decreased. So you have to provide more force to balance it. As you will go closer and closer, you have to provide more and more the support, more and more force. Due to same region, you might have seen your door of your gate or the something. The handle is always provided at the extreme end. Do you know why?
Yes, sir.
Yes,
This is
sir.
only for this purpose only. Because as you put extreme end, your the lever arm is more. So even for less amount of force, would provide more amount of the movement. So you can open the door very comfortably, right? So these are the things that you can support in various way, and for each type of the mechanism, your magnitude of direction of force would keep on changing actually, right? So this is what we did in yesterday's class actually. So finally, if you will substitute all values there, you got your this expression actually, right? This was your the movement balance there. This you have vertical force is point of the action, horizontal force is point of action. Then this is your the external force to the support the gate. Substitute the values here, you will get the answer there. Fine. So your next part is there after calculating your force and everything. Next part is there your buoyancy actually. So buoyancy, because we are talking about fluids, so we have calculated pressure, we have calculated forces. Now we want to say talk about stability of floating bodies or the submerged body, the something. So that's we have here buoyancy part here. So what you have here, let's say this is your fluid here, this fluid completely, and inside of that there the body there at some distance, which is h1 distance down from top surface, h2 from bottom part also, and in that case what you have h1 h2 there, then we want to calculate what should be the buoyancy force on that. So as you know that pressure is only function of height and it acts in all the direction with the equal magnitude. So if you are calculating pressure at this particular point, so pressure would be here rho gh1. Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
uh, so if you are talking that's what you have here. So if you want to say that at this differential area, so in that case what should be the force on that? Pressure multiplied by area only, correct? The force caused by this particular height of the fluid would be here, the pressure at this particular point multiplied by area. Is that fine?
Yes, sir.
Right? So that is the force. So that is the force on top surface of this particular object here. Now, what about the the bottom part? So bottom part is the h2 distance down. So you can calculate what should be the force, the pressure at this particular point. So pressure would be again your rho g h2. And if you want to add atmospheric pressure, you can add this P naught here. So you have here pressure multiplied by the area again dA. So that is the force on upside also. You can have downside force. So downside force cannot pull it here because that is the pressure. So pressure would act, we are calculating force on the object. So we are interested only object force. So object fluid pressure would provide in the upside only. So in that case, you got the force on here. So now one force from bottom is going upside, from top is going downside. You can calculate the differences of two forces. Correct? Hello?
Yes, sir.
So in that case, the difference of force, if you want to calculate here, so this is your the bottom force. The fluid pressure on the bottom side multiplied by area is the bottom force up in the upside. Here you have fluid on top of that, so it will try to press it downward. So this is the force on top side, which is coming downward. So difference of two, if you will say here, this is this one here, that rho g h2 minus h1 into dA, which is your the h2 is high. Therefore, this total magnitude will come plus. Therefore, your DFH will go upside. So this body will go to upside only. Fine. So you will get here upthrust force, which is called your buoyancy only. This is not the sinking force. If this magnitude is coming sometime, the means let's say minus, means that this body would the sink only. In that case, your upthrust force is means in the negative side. So upthrust means upward force only, right? So this is therefore your body would feel the upthrust force here because H2 minus H1 is always positive. Correct? They cannot be negative. Yes or no? So fluid will always try to throw you outside only. No fluid will permit you to go to inside. Now, if you will calculate here, so you have the area multiplied by height of a, let's say, if you have for time being the cylindrical body or the rectangular body or any cuboid something, you know the base area, you can multiply by height. So base area in the multiply by height is called
Volume.
volume. So this is volume only. So volume and multiply by density is the mass, and multiply by g is weight. So this is practically, if we will talk about the volume here, so if this term here, I can take the this actually line that may help you sometime. So this particular, sorry. So this particular means term here, this much only, this is called volume. Volume of what? If this object is not there, so this is the volume of this particular the object, and that would be the volume of the your fluid also. So same volume. Fluid volume multiplied by the density is the mass of the fluid only, and multiplied by g is weight of the fluid. So finally, you are getting the weight of the fluid displaced by the object only. This is not the density of your object, it is density of fluid. So therefore, everything is coming here of fluid only. So your buoyancy force is just coming your uh, buoyancy force is coming of weight of the fluid displaced only. Correct? Is that fine?
Yes, sir.
So in the next class also you mean the next slide here you have buoyancy force is equal to this rho GB. This is just the volume of the fluid displaced, right? So in case of hot air balloons and something, you are just making this volume bigger and bigger. Why is it so? Why is it so? In case of this hot air balloon, we want this volume bigger and bigger. Why is it so? Why not a smaller volume the balloon के आप अपने मुंह से फुला के और जो उड़ जाइए? Why is it so?
So that it can acquire maximum hot air
No, it's
volume.
not the purpose of that. Purpose
Sir,
of
volume,
that,
but that
you
was
want to, yeah, actually, you want buoyancy. You want you to float, right? So if you want you to float in the air, this is your load or your weight. यहाँ पे you will have a trolley. You will also put. You will also sit in that. So you have a total weight which will try to act downward. That much is the buoyancy force you want. Air density is fixed is very low. G is fixed. You cannot handle it. Only thing you can change the its volume only. If you can make larger and larger volume, only then you can the sustain in air, right? Therefore, and why do we take the hot air? Hot air, they say hot air is always the lighter. So inside the volume, you don't want any further weight actually. If you will put a cold air inside the volume, it will also have its own weight, which will act the downward. So that's your purpose will get failed. So you have to put a lighter material inside the volume. Practically, you want that volume to expand. You don't want anything there. But this is not the way. If you want to create a vacuum there, this volume will sink only. So you are putting a hot air, which is lighter than air, so that your volume weight should not get add up. Fine. So that is one thing. Now you have the another thing is called buoyancy and the stability. That how could we have the stable thing? That how much buoyancy can be controlled. So in that particular part here, you have buoyancy stability. So let's say this is your object inside a particular fluid. You can calculate the same way what we have calculated the previously, that you got here weight on top, force, the pressure multiplied by area. So this is the density of fluid. This is G, and then you have here this H is as this S only multiplied by area here. So this is again pressure into area. Same as the previous one only. Same thing in the bottom side. This height of the thickness of the object was H. So you have added here S plus H here. So you found the difference of that and you got this. So Bion's force act on plate equal to the weight of the liquid in this space. So this you already know actually. So if you want this object to remain here, what will you do? Will it not possible that this object may continuously may go up? Is it possible? Is it possible that this object may continuously go up or maybe sink? How to control that? How do we control that this object need to be here? This is some practical means example, let's say, of your submarine. In case of submarine, sometimes you want the submarine to be inside the water. Sometimes you want the submarine on top surface. How do you control that? Any idea? Any response from the class?
Sir, by applying more force by the motor in submarine.
Can say how to do that? That is the question. Question is that only. How to do that? Let's say this object, this is your the submarine. अब मुझे first part I have to do okay, I have to just keep it at this place only. What should I do? If I want this submarine at this place only, what should I do?
सर बॉयड फोर्स के इक्वल वेट कर देंगे हम सबमरीन का
कैसे? What do they do?
उसके अंदर पानी भर के
Right. So they have a chamber inside of that particular the submarine. In that they filled up the water there, and this will fix up their position there. If we put more and more water, it will go to deeper and deeper. And whenever they want, okay, this is the sufficient depth for us. After that, they close the water in. So they have the pump there. So they keep it here, and when the water in part is constant, it means your body weight is fixed now. Height would automatically, this top height would automatically adjusted because this need to be balanced by the fluid only. Fine. Now, suppose you want to move it up. So to move it up, you will throw out that water from the submarine by the with the help of the pump. Exhaust, I mean the pump there. So pump will throw out the water from the submarine to the seaside. Now this submarine will become the lighter, and therefore lighter weight would be balanced by the lower actually the buoyancy force. So therefore, this section should go up. You will go upper and upper side only. Correct? So that way is the this is the one of the good example of buoyancy force and stability part. Next slide. This is the another part there that what your fluid do and all this. So here you say your body weight is always act downward. Buoyancy force will act upward. Both will act perpendicular only. They will not go this side, that side. No, never. They will always go upside only. So both should lie in the same line. If they will not lie in the same line, they will create a torque. So finally, your body may move in this side. So mismatch in that will create a torque, and finally, your body may topple down either this side or that side. So in case of boat, you might have seen that whenever you sit in the boat, that boat person always say, some should sit this side, others should say this should be balanced and don't move while you will sail in the water. Because if you will move here and there, your condition or you will become a unstable equilibrium actually. And sometimes if this topple movement become more, you can topple down and finally your boat will become ulta actually, right? Correct or not? So these two forces should lie in the same line in the stable equilibrium condition. Okay. So whenever this body force is more, means the WS is more, so it will sink. Whenever this FV is more, it will go upward. And whenever both are equal, in this case, both are equal. So in that case, wherever you will dip it, it will remain there only. In this case, WS magnitude is high, so it will sink. In some case, you can make this FV is more, so it will go up. So that way you can calculate in stability part, whether it will sink, whether it will float, whether it will completely submerge. So when the things would be completely submerged, any idea? ये तो आपने 8th क्लास में ही पढ़ा है, आर्किमिडीज प्रिंसिपल. Hello.
So when centroid is equal to the center of pressure, then it will completely submerge.
What are you talking actually? You are always thinking so much complicated. Why? Why can't you talk about the simple way which is being taught to you? Centroid तो आपको बीटेक में जाके पढ़ा है. Yes or no?
सर जब डेंसिटी ज्यादा होगी उसकी जिसके अंदर होगा.
When densities are same, body will remain wherever you will put. Fine.
Yes sir.
If body of the object density and your fluid density are same, wherever you will drop it, it will remain there until unless you will not disturb it. In case of density of the fluid is more than the object, this object would float actually. When the density of solid is more as compared to the density of the fluid, it will sink. These are the conditions. Fine. Okay. So one examples of there is hydrogen bubbles are positively buoyant in water, and they will always rise slowly. And water droplets in oil is the negatively buoyant, so they will always sink. So you have seen the water droplet. Water droplet always go inside the oil because they are the negatively buoyant actually there. And hydrogen bubbles or air bubbles are positively buoyant, so they go upside actually. So next part here, you see the floating bodies concept here. So as we were talking previously, Palvi, your answer was correct, the centroid thing, but that was on a highly sophisticated end. So it's good to think, but it's better to think in a simplified way actually.
Okay, sir.
Because if you think more on
But sir,
communication
yeah,
side,
density is also the concept. But आपने पूछा था ना कि completely submerged हो जाए.
no, density is the main concept, but the rest of the part is calculation, movement, and all this. Well, that is the different part. Basis is from
Oh,
here, right? Your answer was correct. No problem with that. Uh, Next is part is your floating body. So this is what we were the talking here. So in this case here, the density of your object is lower than density of the fluid, so it will float. And how much float, that depend on that how much low of density is actually. If it is too much low, it may be completely off, just like that only. This is the condition here, submerged, completely submerged. This is called the neutrally buoyant here. Here, so wherever you will leave the object, it will remain there. This is if this density of the object is lower than this, actually, it will sink and it will sink and it will just sit in the bed only. Okay, so that's where you will just consider your the stability parts, whether they will sink or float or submerge. Fine. Based on density only you are calculating it, and this is just this you can do this calculation only because under the stability condition, this need to be balanced. Your body weight need to be balanced by buoyancy force. So body weight is just body volume into density into g only, and buoyancy force is volume displaced of the fluid multiplied by density of fluid multiplied by g. So from here you are just getting this. So from here you can calculate that if you know the density, because density of object, density of fluid is already known to you. Volume of the object is also known to you, that how much is the volume of the total object of a particular body which you are putting. Just like a ship, you know the entire volume. Just like your own body, you know the entire volume. So only thing you want to calculate that how much portion of your body or your ship or the object would be sink. So this you will calculate from here only. That volume submerged here. Means this case here. If you want to talk here, you are practically interested at this particular point here only. Uh, Means you are interested only this much volume here only, this much. Okay, how much percentage would be sink? So this would be controlled by, calculated by from here only. Theoretical calculation, you don't need any practical for that. So this will just calculate that how should I design my ship or anything which will need to be put in water or fluid. So this would help me to design it properly, correct? Because I want a particular portion to be submerged or sometime completely up, so that way I can control, I can design the shape in that way. Okay. Now this is again thing here that you are putting hot air balloons and all this here. So when you are so how, to make this air balloon hot, they people always carry some gas cylinders because they continuously burn the gas. Actually, you might have seen all tourist places there, they always have a gas cylinder. Otherwise, you can put a gas which is the lighter than air, just like helium, argon, and all this, and they will also float. And only thing, your balloon should be leak proof actually. That is the primary conditions. Fine. Now this is you have another condition here that the stability, when you have ship here, the designing of ship and body and stability here, though if you will say in this part, so this is the stable wherever you will leave this particular ball, it will remain here until unless you will not disturb it. In this particular if you will disturb it, this ball, let's say you have moved to this corner here, what will happen to that? Will it come back to the earth, mean the original position or not? In
Not
figure A, just wait. Okay, so that's fine. That is your answer, not. So if you will just leave this part here and leave this ball here, will it come back to original position or not?
बी में
Yes,
सर आ
sir.
जाएगा और डी में नहीं
Yes, sir.
आएगा.
Yeah, it will come back after some time because it will do the oscillation there, and after some time it will come here only. It will come back to the original position. So this is called a stable equilibrium condition here. Now B part, you have a flat surface. Now you have same ball. If you have moved it to the next position, it will not come back to the original position. It will be stable in its new position. It will not be stable in any position other than its original one. Fine? Because till then it will keep on vibrating only. Now this one here, it will rest in the new position. It will not come back. This is called the condition of neutrally stable condition. It will be happy in the new place only. So therefore also some students are neutrally stable also, whether they are in Punjab, they are in Delhi or Bombay, they are happy actually. Some are in this way stable condition. No, they want to go back home. They have a homesickness here. So this is some a lighter part actually. Now this is this one, another one here, unstable part. If you just on tip there, you would be stable. Slight disturbance here and there, okay, you will just fall down. Correct or not? So this is unstable condition here. So what we want, what about this ship, floating body? We want in what condition? Floating body, can we have this condition? Condition B for floating body?
No, sir.
In no, floating body में ऐसा कभी होगा ही नहीं. It would be always just like this. It will always be in that way only. Okay, this water always have a waves. Its waves are there, its sails also there. Even if you will not move it, your water waves are also there. So it's always in that way. Now you have to think that how much this movement can you tolerate? Let's say this ball has moved here. What will happen? This ball has been moved here, let's say. So in that case, body baked acting downward. Only its buoyancy force would go into a different direction actually. So it will try to means sometime make it very much unstable actually. So that we will see in the next slide here. So you have this way. So what we have here, one is this one. So here to have a floating body thing, here you will put a heavy weight. That's what in bottom of the ship, you will always have a heavy weight material. Just like your machinery, your engine of all ships are in basement. They are not on top. Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Right? They are in basement so that आपका maximum weight should be downward only. So to have this weight here, bottom side. Now, buoyancy would always act upward and it will always act on the center of displaced fluid only. Okay? It will act as center of displaced fluid, not of your body, of your object. So buoyancy force will act. So if they are in the lying in same line and moreover they are equal, is stable condition here. No change, nothing. So same thing happen in case of your ball. जब आप ball move करते हैं from here to here, this never change. In case of the solid ball, if you will move this side, this condition never changes. This remains same. Therefore, now this is here neutrally stable condition. जो आपका ball है, they always coincide and it doesn't change. So they are always happy. Here you will have always some oscillation there, this side, because this weight may have this up and down. Now what about this way? Highly unstable part. Weight has gone on top. So weight is acting this way, body force is this. Slight movement of this will distort the whole thing, rotate the thing, and entire thing will become unstable only. Okay? Hello?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Now let's see here.
Yes, sir.
This is the part you have we were the talking. आपके पास you have the man weight here. You have just created a distortion in the body. Now this is the actually your center of the gravity where the net weight would act of this entire the object. This is the center of buoyancy. Now you have here some gap between the two lines because one will go here, other is going here. So this will create now a movement. Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Yes,
एक
sir.
फोर्स वैसे गया, एक फोर्स, तो इट विल
Yes,
क्रिएट ए
sir.
मूवमेंट. अब इसको वापस लाने के लिए क्या करना पड़ेगा? यू हैव टू क्रिएट ए movement in a different side so that we should come back to the original position. So this is called restoring movement. You are providing a equal amount of the movement just to balance it so that your things should come back to the original position actually, right? So restoring movement need to be provided from our side so that our floating bodies need to be submerged. Sometimes you might have seen that you have a very cyclone in your ship somewhere. So in one of the side, your wind is coming very harsh. Just to balance that other side, you have a some sort of the curtain type of thing. This will balance that particular the restoring part actually. So those are for this particular purpose only. Okay?
Excuse me, sir.
Yeah.
Sir, in this case, isn't the body was in initial condition? The body was in in a stable equilibrium like. So अगर हम इसको थोड़ा
Right.
सा डिस्टर्ब करेंगे तो रिस्टोरिंग मोमेंट तो सर अपने आप है ना सर, वहाँ पे ऑलरेडी वो कपल इस तरह से एडजस्टेड है कि वो अपने आप रिस्टोरिंग मोमेंट प्रोवाइड कराएगा, तो वो अपने आप फिर से
No,
उसी कंडीशन में
no,
आ जाएगी.
no.
सर दैट इज
Yes,
व्हाट
अपने
रिटेन
आप
इन
भी
द स्लाइड
अपने आप आ
विदाउट
सकता
एनी
है
डिस्ट.
अपने न
सर अपने आप
अपने
आएगा ही
आप
सर, इस केस में तो आएगा ही.
नो दिस शेप में आएगा. दिस शेप में will come because your shape is this way. But what about your ship? This shape is bound to come in the back here, just like that.
Yeah.
In
Yes,
this
sir.
shape here, if you are talking about this one, it is bound to come back to the arena. आपको कुछ नहीं करना है यहाँ पे.
Yes, sir. Yes,
Right?
sir.
In this case, आपको कुछ नहीं करना है. But I am talking that in case of ship here, that is not in your hand. इसको तो आपको रीस्टोर करना ही पड़ेगा.
नहीं सर, जो शिप का जो जिस तरह वो बनी है उसके अंदर भी जो सेंटर ऑफ ग्रेविटी
सर
होगी
वो
वो
जो
बहुत
पिछला
नीचे होगी,
अगला
तो
वाला
वो
जो
खुद ही
एग्जांपल था सर,
स्टेबल
जो
हो
बॉल
जाएगी.
वाला बड़ा वाला.
हाँ बोलिए बोलिए.
तो सर वो खुद ही स्टेबल हो जाएगी शिप, इसी तरह बनी होगी ना सर.
खुद स्टेबल हो सकता है इफ दिस पर्टिकुलर दिस द डिस्टरबेंस जो मैं बात कर रहा हूँ दिस वन इफ दिस द डिस्टरबेंस इज नॉट टू मच. बाई चांस ये यहाँ चला गया बहुत ज्यादा, अब तो ये गिरने ही वाला है, टोपल हो जाएगा. योर सिंक विल द योर शिप विल जस्ट टोपल डाउन जस्ट लाइक दैट ओनली.
हाँ.
ओके सर, ओके.
Right? At
Yes,
some
yes.
magnitude, it will go that and then it will come back. But if this magnitude is too much high, you cannot handle it. You have
Yes,
to
sir.
do some the restoring force from outside.
ओके सर.
Fine?
Fine sir. Fine.
यस सर, फाइन सर.
Yeah. What happened? Now you have this the SIP example here. So you have this primary condition. No the disturbance, everything is well actually. This is the slightly one here. आपने थोड़ा सा change किया. You have just changed it slightly, just like we were talking now. Slight change, so it will come by default back to original position. It will just have always this type of the movement. Therefore, you will say always sink go that way only. You will not go 100% this side because this is the disturbance are always there in the water current. Now we are talking about this condition here, overturning part. If this movement has become too much high, it will overturn and finally you would sink. So we have to provide the external mechanism to handle this type of the situation actually. Okay. So this for this part here, you see was this buoyancy force, new buoyancy force, because the new fluid is this one. If you take the okay, let me see 1 minute. So in this case, your new fluid is only in this segment here. If you are talking about this is your new fluid here. So your buoyancy will act at the center of this new fluid, the disturbance here. Primarily, आपका buoyancy का center is here only, this one. Now this is the new center of the buoyancy. Previous was here. Then in the slight change, it changed a little bit. After that, it came here. So it is going off from the center of the gravity here. So as you will become more of this side, this movement will become more and more, and finally it will be a overturning movement. So this need to be controlled. Fine. Hello.
Yes, sir.
Now you can see here there is the one concept here, the metacentric height. So metacentric height, they just fix up this value of gm, this g and m. This value is called the metacentric height. So this is the distance between your center of the gravity. Hello? Hello? Can you hear?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
This
Yes,
is
sir.
so you draw the center of the gravity here and center of the buoyancy, and wherever that intersect. So they intersect at this particular point here, because this is new center of the buoyancy. This is the G here, and this is the old line of the center of the gravity. So this will go always perpendicular to this body here. So here this particular distance gm is called center of the gravity here. So this gm actually suppose it is the negative, then what will happen? अभी ये gm positive है? Yes or no? In this figure, gm is from here to here positive. If you will talk here, also your gm would become the somewhere here positive. What about the condition when this G will come here downward? What will happen in that case? Hello?
सर कब भी पॉजिटिव ही रहना चाहिए.
Positive रहना चाहिए as far as your sink is in the stable condition. If यदि G आपका ऐसे नीचे चला गया तो आपकी बॉडी टॉपल हो जाएगी, गिर जाएगी. राइट? यहां तक स्टेबल है ये, क्योंकि ये अब in worst case it could be here also, it could be the actually 0. As soon as it will come into minus side, your body will topple down, overturn हो जाएगा आपका, and you will finally sink. Okay?
Okay, sir.
So to have your floating body stable and the safer, your GM should be as high as possible. Worst case, it can be 0, but it should not be negative. Negative means your body will sink or topple down. Fine?
Yes, sir.
So now we don't have much time, so your time is already over. So this is how you can calculate here. We have the derivation of that. So practically you have GM would be your BM minus BG. So you can have from this figure only. You are calculating this GM from this side. So BM, because the first body mass would be here B. So you have this the distance somehow. So this is just a calculation from here. So BM minus BG. BM is calculated from this actually I upon B. I is movement of the inertia of the top surface. And this is volume of the liquid displaced actually. They are the derivation of that. So we will not do this particular derivation actually. By knowing this, you can substitute here, you can just calculate your metacenter of your floating body, and These need to be done before you will put the body inside the real sea actually. You have to do these primary practical in your tub or butter bath and all this. Based on that, you scale up your body and then you will put inside the sea actually. So GM need to be calculated first priorly, and based on that, you will calculate whether it is positive or not. It should be as much positive as possible to make it stable equilibrium condition in case of it should travel on water or it should want to float on that side. But kite, right? So tomorrow's class, we will do a question that so that you can understand more that how to do this calculation part, because the theoretically you got the understood, but you have to also do the calculation for that. Fine. So we will end up this class here, and the next class we will do how to calculate the meta center stability of the floating body.